Hi guys, it's me, Will, from the Gears and Beers YouTube channel, which evidently almost 100 of you guys like. So I thought we'd come back on this fine November Saturday and get a little walk around of my pretty girl 9370. All the Steigers I've had, this was the only one I ever bought to keep. And I'm glad I did, because it's a good old tractor. 5,000 hours, real life scraper tractor. Paint was terrible on it, but mechanically very, very, very good and well maintained. We ran a little bit this spring. I changed the tires on it. It had 24/5 32 rubber, which just made it just 2 lanes of traffic wide and cuts down the road speed. And we move almost 35-40 miles one way, so narrowed it up, got some road speed, painted it. This tractor's got a mechanical pump N14 Cummins in it. A lot of Cummins nut huggers that tell you that the 855 is better. Yeah, bullshit. These things are stout. These were the best of the mechanical pump big blocks. I'll argue with anybody. Well, I'll argue like I'm on the internet. Got the tractor. My friend Danny Howell down in Center, Missouri painted it. Got the decals here from Maple Hunter. LED lights, you gotta have them. It's the 21st century, let's act like it. It's got the heavier series axles on the 600 series Raybas, which same but different. They were originally a pressure lube deal. Most of them that are still running today have been just changed back to gear oil. This one here, when I bought it, had a scraper hitch. I bought an ag hitch used and put in it because I had no intentions of doing the things that a scraper or dirt pan will do to a Steiger. It is hooked to, as in the previous video, my trusty old 730B Ecolo Tiger. This is a late pre-Case IH buyout one, about the same age of the tractor. It has lead shanks, these right here. What they do is they basically pre-break the ground before you get to your ripper shank. 7-inch aftermarket points on it, because I won't run it enough to ever wear them out really, but 2-inch factory case points here. What they do is it crumbles that up, actually makes them easier to pull. Got the leveler on it, which is what we were working on today, because this new shiny stuff right here, it fell off. It fell the fuck off, and it's a problem with them, especially you getting big chunky stuff down in the gumbo. The levelers were the weakest part of these things and biggest pain in the ass. Also, while my nephew was running it yesterday, they found something harder than the shear bolt. I'll get that worked on. That's not the real problem we're having with the Ripper today. The real issue and the real reasons it's sitting up by the shop is this fell off. I've got it, it's in the shop. I'm gonna put it back on. They're enough of a problem. I keep about 4 sets of bearings for them all the time. We'll take a look up here in the cab, because that's one of my favorite things to do with these is I put cab kits in them. K&M's very good, fur, however you say it's good. We put that in there. What you don't see is I dynamat or sound deaden behind everything, including the top, the headliner. I've taken to buying these Jensen industrial radios. They're great. This one, you don't see them, but my 90s kid ass put Sherwin Vegas 6x9s in it, because why wouldn't you? This old tractor is just, it's just a sweetheart. Like I said, it's not leaving. It's got good paint, good rubber, and a good motor. Do everything. This is my 310 Versatile, which is in the shop getting cleaned up from grain cart duty. Unfortunately, the shop needs cleaned up, but also always buy new door rubbers when you put a cab kit in. No point in rebuilding it if you're going to fill it full of garbage again. Quick rock around. I pull a 24-row Kinsey planter and a grain cart with this. That's about all we do. Pretty good tractor. I've been real happy with them. I've had, some doodaddy stuff, but nothing to really complain about. This came from my next door neighbors at Hannibal Tractor, Quincy Tractor. Just like I said, just a great tractor. Don't sell them short. Also, it's painted right. But let's see, while we're walking around, always have a stack of Steiger parts in a cooler if you're going to run these things. Steiger again, it's pretty. And yes, we even painted the top. Yard art, because that's all a moldboard plow is good for. I will die on that hill too. You want to talk about soil sodomy. Let's see, while we're walking around the barn lot here, this particular 9370 is a customer's. I do a little work on them in the off season. This one's power shift ceased to be, so we're gonna put a transmission in it as soon as we get it. Hard to believe that this is a straight up scraper tractor from the day it was new, but it didn't come out of the South, so it had a little bit more love. Kind of impressive actually, because it's got these. This deal, the rim reinforcement, if it's factory, I've never seen it, and if it's aftermarket, they did one hell of a nice job. The other thing about this, since we're talking about ag hitches, this is a scraper hitch for a Steiger, and their pull points is vertical and horizontal like that, and then if you look, it loads it all the way back up to the center pins. Good for scrapers, kind of suck for ag. But that's what it is. Now, a little bit of walking, trying to hold this steady. This here is my lot dog 9600 Ford. My dad, when he started farming, bought a brand new one of these, and I have nostalgia. I'd like to tell you I have nostalgic memories of growing up in it and riding with my dad and blah blah blah. No, they're loud, they're hot, and they're stinky, but they're cool as shit. I don't care what anybody says. You take this one to the antique tractor show and they're like, hey, this guy's different. 130, 135 horse stock. I literally don't do anything with it but PTO work and occasionally some side dressing, but I've changed plans on that. And this one's short axles, 5,000-6,000 hours. I'm probably the second owner. I bought it at a sale a couple years ago in a, oh shit, I need an auger tractor moment. So that's where it came from. This one will probably never get painted. I don't see any point in it. I think it looks fine just like it is. I did put the cab kit in it. Doors are off of it for auger use because it's a lot easier for old men to get up in it like that. And usually there's a milk crate right there. While we're walking, just bear with me. I've got a couple minutes, so I'm gonna shoot some footage for you guys today. We're too wet to do anything and too tired to care. This right here is my Blue Jet 7 shank subtiller 2. It's a minimum disturbance ripper. They like to call them no-till. I disagree with that because it still leaves the ground blown out pretty good. If you'll look, I've got the minimum disturbance points on it. I've got some flat prairie bean stubble that just needs some help, needs a compaction out of it. I bought it. We'll run about 800 through it this fall, and then likely I'll get rid of it. I don't know. I haven't got to do anything but run it about an hour trying to get it set. It came out of Illinois and it came off a tractor that couldn't hurt it, so it'd be nice. It's I don't know, they're pretty cool. I kind of always wanted one, so now I got one. We're gonna walk over here and show you my bean planting tractor. This is my 1994 9230 row crop special. I bought this winter out of Central Illinois, knowing the transmission was bad, and it's bad, and that's okay. We put a reman in it, pulled the cab off, did that, did whatever it needs. It came pretty decent rubber. I've got to get it through the shop, get LEDs on it, get the auto steer in it. It's just about all it does is pull my bean planter in the disc, which very rarely do I use, but I've got one. Put a cab kit in it as well and all that. These are neat little tractors. everybody wants one, and then when they get one, they want something bigger because it doesn't have enough power to get out of its own shadow some days. Now this is neat. This is an ST440 New Holland disc, same as the RMX Case IH disc, except mine is old enough that they at least admitted that DMI built the disc. It was a done deal before Case IH got a hold of them, and most everything on it's cast up with it. Now this one here has got a Remlinger double basket harrow. It was on it when I bought it, and that's what makes the disc, let me tell you. It is fantastic. This is my CR980 combine, new this year. Got along excellent with it, super happy. My 1100 Kilbros grain cart. It's a grain cart. Grain goes in it, grain comes out of it, doesn't fall on the ground, and tires don't fall off of it, so it's a win. When we bought the new combine, we bought a McDon C3012 corn head, and I have been very, very happy with this corn head. This thing, not a chopping head per se because I own a Alford, but it did a nice job, and we didn't have any problems with it. Just again, really happy with it. Give a shout out to Hannibal Tractor and McDon on it, because it really was above, went beyond my expectations on it. There's both the fuel trailers. One's got a DEF tank, one doesn't. This is my tried and true FD70 40-foot draper we run. It's been a good one. It's still a good one. We just fix it and run it and rebuild it. You know, go, and go. Oh, my 2011 Ford service truck, V10 gasser. Again, couldn't get along with the way we farm without it. No doubt about it. Just an old turd, but it carries a shit to keep my other turds going, I guess. So, and then this over here. This is a unicorn. This is a late 3088 International tractor, which they made 1,065 of, and less than 100 of them were open station. My neighbors, two brothers, bought this new in like 82, 83, and I'd always told them if they sold it, I'd buy it. Well, they wanted to sell it, and I bought it. It's been traded off. It's leaving on a little something I've got that I'm going to show you guys later, that I have its own video dedicated to it, because it's I traded a unicorn for a unicorn. Any rate, this is our third semi. It's little, single axle, IH, the old Coca-Cola truck actually. We bought it for a water truck, and I thought, why have it sit around all fall? So I bought a little jet trailer to sail. Works good. This is my old man's 379 Pete N14 9-speed brutal Neville trailer. I've got a pair of those. Just quick sashay around to the junk. It is mine. At any rate, hope you guys enjoy this. You have a great day, and keep your powder dry.